10 reasons why you should never move to North Carolina. There are so many great places to live in the United States that it can be hard to figure out where you should move next. Some states have great weather, some have affordable housing, and some are just overall pleasant places to live. However, some states aren't quite as wonderful as others. Whether you're looking to move somewhere new or just want to learn about other parts of the country, these reasons why you shouldn't move to North Carolina will come in handy. The state of North Carolina has a lot going for it. It is home to beautiful beaches, pleasant towns, and lush forests that provide plenty of recreational opportunities. The people are friendly and welcoming, the cost of living is reasonable, and there are plenty of job opportunities for anyone who lives there. However, if you're thinking about moving to North Carolina, there are also several good reasons why you shouldn't do so, at least not right now. Here are 10 reasons why you should never move to North Carolina. Number 10. The outrageous cost of living. One of the first reasons why you should never move to North Carolina is the outrageous cost of living. North Carolina has some of the highest costs of living in the country. Considering that the average salary in North Carolina is only slightly above the national average, it's nearly impossible to make ends meet. If you're looking to move to North Carolina, you should be prepared to spend a lot of money on everyday necessities. You'll find that just about everything costs more there than it does in other states. Food, utilities, housing, and healthcare are all significantly more expensive in North Carolina than they are elsewhere. The government of North Carolina makes up for the lack of tax revenue by charging much higher taxes on goods and services. This means that you have to have enough money saved up before you can even consider moving to North Carolina. The high cost of living in North Carolina is one of the reasons why you should never move there. If you're on a tight budget, this might not be the best place for you. Number 9. The weather in North Carolina is miserable. If you're someone who loves warm, sunny weather, you might want to avoid North Carolina. The state has a humid subtropical climate, which means that it has mild winters and very hot summers. The summers are so hot that the state is sometimes referred to as the sweat state. If you're moving to North Carolina because you want to enjoy a beautiful, sunny day outside, you'll be sorely disappointed. The summers are extremely hot, humid, and sticky and provide little in the way of outdoor comfort. The winters are mild and do provide some relief from the hot, sticky summers, but they are nowhere near as pleasant as other winter weather. There are other states that experience less drastic temperature swings throughout the year and have more pleasant weather overall. If you're moving to North Carolina because you want to enjoy warm weather year-round, you're better off moving somewhere else. Number 8. There is a high level of crime in North Carolina. While there are many places in the U.S. where one has to be careful about their safety, the level of crime in North Carolina is significantly higher than in most other places. In fact, North Carolina has some of the highest crime rates in the country. The state's high crime rate is so bad that it can actually be hard to find a place to live that is safe enough. There are a few reasons that crime rates are so high in North Carolina. The state has seen a major increase in the amount of opioid-related deaths in recent years, which has created a shortage of healthcare professionals and, in turn, a shortage of treatment facilities. This means that those struggling with addiction often go untreated, and are therefore more likely to commit a crime. Number 7. The state has some of the worst roads in the U.S. While this is true of many places in the U.S., the state of North Carolina's roads is particularly bad. According to statistics, a driver in North Carolina is more than twice as likely to hit a pothole as a driver in another state in the country. You may not think that driving is all that important when deciding where you want to move, but driving is actually one of the main ways that people travel in and out of North Carolina. If you have to drive through a pothole every time you head out of the state, your car will be significantly more damaged and you will spend more money keeping it in good working order. Roads are maintained by the state, so if the state does a poor job of keeping roads in good condition, drivers will suffer. The state of the roads in North Carolina is not just inconvenient, it is a safety issue. Driving on pothole-riddled roads is significantly more dangerous than driving on smooth roads. Number 6. Raleigh has a bad reputation. While it is true that there are many places in North Carolina with a positive reputation, Raleigh is not one of them. Unlike the neighboring cities of Durham and Chapel Hill, Raleigh is often characterized as stuffy, pretentious, and out of touch with the rest of the state. Raleigh is home to many high-level government officials, which can make it feel like a city that is not welcoming to those who don't fit the Raleigh elite image. Most of the people who live in Raleigh are, of course, not government officials. However, Raleigh's reputation as a government town has made it a less welcoming place, particularly for those who are not in the highest income bracket. Raleigh also has a reputation for being overly developed and over-commercialized. If you're looking for a smaller, more relaxed city, Raleigh might not be the best choice for you. Number 5. It's not a great place to raise kids. If you're single and don't have any kids, then North Carolina is probably a great place for you to move. However, if you're a parent, you're probably not going to enjoy living there. There are no real attractions for children in North Carolina. The state has no world-famous theme parks, and the museums are more for older people than for kids. There aren't many kid-friendly restaurants, either. If you take your kids out to eat, you're going to be stuck eating at places like McDonald's and Burger King. There aren't many family-style restaurants that serve nutritious meals for kids and adults. Number 4. There's a lot of intolerance in the general population. North Carolinians are generally intolerant. This intolerance has led to a number of restrictive laws and policies that target specific groups of people. The most recent example of this is the controversial bathroom bill that was introduced in 2016 and met with a significant amount of opposition. The general population of North Carolina was in favor of this bill, which targeted trans people. If you're a trans person who is looking to move somewhere new, you're probably better off avoiding North Carolina. Not only is the state home to a large number of intolerant people, but it also has laws that target trans people specifically. If you're an LGBTQ person, you may want to find somewhere else to move to. Number 3. There isn't much to do in North Carolina. If you enjoy visiting museums, you'll be in heaven when you move to North Carolina. However, if you like to spend your weekends outside, you'll be in for a major disappointment. There are a few attractions in North Carolina, but they aren't major tourist destinations. There is the Carolina Aviation Museum in Greensboro, the North Carolina Botanical Garden in Chapel Hill, the North Carolina Zoological Park in Asheboro, and the North Carolina Mining and Mineral Museum in Durham. That's pretty much it. There are also places to go hiking, fishing and hunting in North Carolina. However, if you're someone who likes to be on the go, you'll find that there isn't much to do in North Carolina. Number 2. A shoddy education system. Another problem that plagues many U.S. states is a shoddy education system. However, the education system in North Carolina is particularly bad. The state's education system is ranked as poor by the Department of Education and has struggled to get out of this low ranking for years. In fact, North Carolina's education system is ranked so poorly that it is not entirely accurate to describe it as poor. It is actually the worst education system in the country. One of the reasons that North Carolina's education system is so bad is that it has a strict curriculum standard that is focused on standardized testing. Standardized tests are fine, but they have become the main focus of education in North Carolina. Teachers are forced to teach towards these tests, which leaves little room for actual learning. Number 1. The economy is in bad shape. North Carolina's economy has been in bad shape for years. The state was hit hard by the 2008 recession and has yet to fully recover from it. While the U.S. economy is currently doing well, the same cannot be said for North Carolina. Many industries in the state are struggling and the unemployment rate is high. If you want to move somewhere with a strong economy, North Carolina is not the best choice for you. If you are looking for somewhere to live, it makes sense to take advantage of online tools and services to help with your search. You can easily search for places to live based on factors like cost of living, weather and amenities, and you can even find out how much you can afford to spend using online mortgage calculators. Regardless of where you end up, it is always a good idea to have a plan before you make the move. Finally, have you ever wished of traveling the world and make money at the same time? Without ever creating your own products or websites? Then let me show you how to set up your own online business empire to make $100 to $200 a day. And how you can get started right now. Click the link below for more info. If you love this type of videos, please subscribe to our channel, like and share this video with your friends, then hit the notification bell. That way you won't miss any of our future videos. Thank you.